So, um, have you ever felt just completely stuck? You know that feeling? Like there's this invisible wall.
Oh, definitely.
You know exactly what you should be doing, but you just can't seem to move.
Yeah, that sense of paralysis could be anxiety, maybe self-doubt, or just this overwhelming urge to avoid, well, everything.
I've been there, hitting snooze, trying to like escape the day before it even starts.
It's actually incredibly common, that feeling of being totally overwhelmed. It doesn't matter if it's huge stuff like, massive debt or just the everyday grind.
Right. That internal paralysis just stops you cold.
Exactly. It's not just putting things off. It feels deeper, like a real resistance to taking action.
Well, today we're doing a deep dive into someone who faced exactly that head on, Mel Robbins.
Oh.
Picture this. 41 years old, $800,000 in debt, unemployed, her husband's business failing.
Wow. Yeah, that's a crisis point.
And from that place, she developed two really powerful tools. You've probably heard of them. The 5-second rule and the let them theory.
And they tackle different things, right? The 5-second rule is all about kickstarting your own action, getting yourself moving.
Right.
But the let them theory, that's different. It's a pretty profound shift in how you handle, well, everyone else around you, how their stuff affects you.
Exactly. So our mission today is to really unpack these ideas. We want to understand how they work, how they can free you from all that external pressure and, help you live life more on your terms.
Sounds good. It's about reclaiming your power, essentially.
Let's start with Mel's personal rock bottom, because it's pretty raw. She talks about using the snooze button like a weapon against the day starting.
Yeah.
Using alcohol to numb things, blaming her husband, putting off everything, bills, job hunting, everything.
And she knew what needed doing. Get up, deal with the bills, get the kids ready, go for a walk.
Right. She listed it out. Get up, tackle the dreaded pile of bills, get the kids ready for school, make myself go on walks.
Right.
But she felt completely paralyzed. It's that terrifying space between knowing and, well, doing.
And that space, that paralysis, it's usually not about not knowing what to do. It's more often your brain getting caught in loops of overthinking, of fear.
Yeah.
And that just triggers your internal alarm system, keeping you stuck.
Until she had this kind of revelation. She saw a rocket launch on TV one night, the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off.
Ah, okay.
The next morning, alarm goes off. She instinctively tries it. She says, the moment you have an instinct to act, you have to physically move within 5 seconds or your brain will talk you out of it.
So just start counting backward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And move. And she did. She actually forced herself out of bed.
It sounds so simple, but the why is fascinating. Counting backward actually requires focus.
Right.
It sort of hijacks your brain, pulls you out of that autopilot, that overthinking spiral. It's like a little neurological trick to interrupt the fear response.
Mel calls it a physiological interruption. It creates this tiny window before your brain slams the door shut with excuses.
And it creates momentum, doesn't it? Like she says, momentum kicks in and boom, you are no longer thinking about what you need to do. You are already doing it. That first domino falls.
And that simple act, done consistently, was her way out.
Right.
She realized action is the answer. Thinking about your problems will never solve them.
Waiting to feel like it.
Exactly. Waiting around to feel like doing something means you'll never do it. She used that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to pull herself out of debt, fix her marriage, build this incredible career. She became the most booked female speaker in the world.
And it's not just her story. People use it for everything. Changing jobs, losing weight, getting sober, starting businesses.
Even in clinical settings, right? PTSD, OCD, depression.
Yeah, the applicability is huge. It really hits home her point that the only permission you need is your own. It starts with that internal shift.
Okay, so the 5-second rule tackles your relationship with yourself, your internal game. But once you start getting that sorted, there's often another layer of struggle, isn't there?
Oh, yeah. Other people.
Everyone else. The constant stress, the frustration, just the plain annoyance that comes from how other people act or what they think.
This is where the let them theory comes in. And Mel realized this about herself, too. Her struggle wasn't just internal anymore.
She said it was other people, or rather, how I was letting other people impact me.
And think about how much energy we spend on that, trying to manage or just worry about what others are doing, saying, thinking, feeling. Expect
It's
it.
exhausting.
Yeah.
And it's based on a faulty premise because the fundamental truth is you cannot control other people, period.
No matter how hard you try.
But we live like we can, seeking approval, trying to earn respect, bending over backwards to keep the peace based on their expectations.
It's a trap. And the promise of this theory is freedom from that trap. Just 2 words, let them.
Let them.
She says it can set you free from the opinions, the drama, the judgment. It lets you protect your time, your energy, your peace, really.
And focus it where it counts on yourself, on what you can control.
Absolutely.
Mel had a really funny, relatable aha moment with this one, too. It involved her son's high school prom.
Oh, yeah. What happened?
She was completely spiraling. Last-minute chaos, his tux wasn't right. 20 kids suddenly had no dinner reservation before the dance.
Oh, no.
And it was pouring rain. She was freaking out until her daughter, Kendall, just stepped in.
Okay.
Kendall just said, Mom, if Oakley and his friends want to go to a taco bar for pre-prom, let them.
Aha, direct.
Totally. Then, Mom, let them get soaked.
Yeah.
And finally, the kicker. You're being annoying. Let them
Okay.
show up to prom in wet tuxedos. It's their prom, not yours. Just drop it.
Wow. Kids can be brutally honest, can't they? But she nailed it.
Completely. And Mel said in that instant, choosing not to control it, she felt the tension disappearing, my mind stopped racing, and the stress evaporated.
That's it right there. It's like practical emotional detachment, not being cold or uncaring, but separating your well-being from stuff you absolutely cannot control.
Like other people's choices for their prom night.
Exactly. It reminds me of what Martin Luther King III told Mel. Choosing peace is not weakness. It is power. You're choosing where to put your energy.
And you can apply this everywhere to all those little daily annoyances.
Totally.
Let my family be late. Let grandma read the news out loud. Let people hate my Instagram photo. Let them leave dishes in the sink.
It gives you this feeling of being, as Mel says, weirdly above it all.
Yeah. And it frees up so much mental energy, that brain space that used to be tied up in knots over things you couldn't change anyway.
I'm already thinking about how I can use this.
Me too. But okay, Mel is very clear. Let them is powerful, but it's only half the story.
Right. Because if you only do let them, you can end up feeling kind of detached, maybe even a bit smug.
Yeah, stranded in your superiority, she
Yeah.
calls it. And it doesn't actually solve relationship issues. It's not an excuse to avoid hard conversations.
Exactly. Like if your friend keeps flaking on you, just saying let them might make you feel better for a second.
But it won't fix the friendship.
Right. It won't help you build the connection you actually want. Feeling morally superior doesn't create great relationships. It's just temporary relief.
Which brings us to the absolutely crucial second part.
Okay.
And Mel shared her own vulnerability here too. She saw photos of some friends on a girls' weekend, and she felt really left out, kind of hurt.
That stings.
Her husband, Chris, asked her gently, "Why do you care so much? It's not like you're close friends with them anymore."
Yeah.
And that question, it stopped her.
Oof. A moment of truth.
Yeah, it forced her to look inward. And this is the let me insight. She asked herself, have I been doing my part?
And the answer was?
No. She realized she hadn't actually invested in those friendships recently. She hadn't put in the effort.
Okay. So it's not about blaming them for not inviting her.
No, it's about taking responsibility. Let them have their weekend, but let me own my part. Let me reach out. Let me nurture the friendships I do want.
That's the key. It shifts from passive detachment to active ownership. Your adult life, your happiness, health, healing, friendships, boundaries, success, it's all your responsibility.
Yes. So you put them together. Let them frees you from trying to control the uncontrollable other people.
And Let Me empowers you to take focused, intentional action on what is in your control, your choices, your effort, your life.
Mel calls this the let me era. Stop wasting energy on the small stuff, the external noise.
And start investing that energy in consciously creating the life you actually desire.
Okay, let's make this really practical. How does this let them let me combo apply to common struggles? Like stress.
Yeah, huge one. Modern life often feels like, what did Mel call it? Death by 1,000 cuts.
Right. All those little daily annoyances add up. And Dr. Aditi Nurkar, the Harvard stress expert Mel talks to, explains stress isn't just feeling tense.
No, it's physiological. Your amygdala, that sort of ancient fear center in your brain.
The alarm system.
Exactly. It hijacks your rational brain, your prefrontal cortex, and locks you in survival mode. Fight, flight, or freeze.
So how does the theory help here?
Okay, so in a stressful moment, say someone cuts you off in traffic, saying let them is like a signal to your brain. It tells the amygdala, false alarm, stand down.
It breaks the hijack.
Right. Then immediately follow with, let me take a breath. Taking a conscious breath stimulates your vagus nerve.
Which is like the body's calming highway.
Precisely. It tells your whole nervous system to chill out. So let me becomes a 2-step stress reset. You choose your response instead of just reacting.
Like Mel on the plane with the coughing guy. She couldn't stop his cough.
Let him cough.
But she could, let me put in my earbuds, or let me focus on my book. She controlled her response, protected her peace.
Makes sense.
Okay, another big one. Fearing other people's opinions. So many of us get paralyzed by this.
Oh, yeah. Mel admitted it took her 2 years to start posting about her business online. 2 years. She was terrified of judgment. What would friends and family think? Who does she think she is? That kind of stuff. Wasting massive energy trying to craft perfect posts to avoid criticism.
Been there.
But here's the thing. It is impossible to control someone else's thoughts. Thinking about it is pointless.
Right.
The average person has, 70,000 thoughts a day? Most are random noise, trying to manage that. It's, as Mel says, a complete waste of your time.
So the antidote.
Let them judge. Let them react. Let them doubt you. Fine. Then pivot hard. Let me do what I want to do with my one wild and precious life.
You shift your focus entirely inward onto your own actions and desires.
Exactly. Stop giving your power away to their random, uncontrollable thoughts.
What about dealing with someone else's big emotional reactions? Like when someone's acting like a toddler in an adult body?
Yeah, we've all seen that. Let them have their meltdown. You don't have to participate. Recognize it's their stuff, not yours.
Yeah.
Detach from the immaturity. Then let me set a clear boundary, or let me calmly state my perspective, or maybe let me just walk away until they've calmed down. You choose your response. You don't get sucked into their drama.
And comparison. That constant scrolling and feeling inadequate.
Ah, yes, the comparison trap. Mela differentiates comparison as torture versus teacher.
Torture is when you obsess over things you can't change, right? Like someone's innate talent or their family background.
Exactly. Teacher is when you use their success as fuel. So you see someone's amazing vacation, let them enjoy it. You can't change their trip.
Right.
Then let me figure out what I need to do to save for my own dream trip, or let me appreciate what I do have right now. It turns envy into motivation or gratitude.
So it all comes back to this core idea. The more you let other people live their lives, the better your life gets.
Yeah. It's not about ignoring problems or avoiding difficult conversations when they're truly needed.
No.
It's about consciously choosing where your energy goes, protecting your peace, focusing on what you can actually influence and create.
So we've covered a lot today. From Mel Robbins' personal pit to the spark of the 5-second rule.
That internal kickstart.
To the freedom found in the let them theory. Realizing you just can't control other people or situations, like the weather.
That's a great analogy, actually. The sky does what it does. Clouds gather, storms roll in, sun shines. You can't change the weather itself.
No.
But you absolutely control how you navigate under that sky. Do you bring an umbrella? Do you seek shelter? Do you dance in the rain? That part's up to you.
Right. So don't hand over your confidence, your peace, your happiness, your dreams. Don't give that power away to the unpredictable weather of other people's moods or opinions.
Because if you don't use let them, you'll just keep getting soaked by everyone else's storms, their worries, their insecurities, their judgments. It's draining.
And if you don't embrace let me,
then you're just drifting. You're leaving your own life, your desires, your potential up to chance instead of actively steering the ship.
So the big takeaway, the ultimate truth Mel hammers home, is really simple but profound. You have the power.
Always.
It's not about if you can have the life, the relationships, the success you want. The real question is, will you let yourself do it?
Because nobody else can actually stop you. When it comes down to it, it's all on you.
So, for your provocative thought this week, just start noticing. Pay attention to how often you find yourself trying to control something or someone outside yourself. A situation, a person's reaction, maybe even what you imagine they're thinking.
Just observe it.
Yeah. And when you catch yourself doing it, just pause and ask, okay, what if I just let them? Yeah. And then immediately follow with, and what is it time for me to do? What can let me focus on right now?
See what shifts. See how it feels.
See where your power really lies.